Well, all right. It should be going up. I'm going to hit the start recording. Oh, it's also recording now. Awesome. All right. It should be up. And now
Oh, nice. We got the... It's mute.
All right. So, hello everybody, and welcome to the Summit Podcast, where we talk about games, gaming news, the gaming industry, and then we discuss things. Often we'll talk about other random shit too. So, let's get started. Yeah. The podcast, as you probably know, happens every Saturday at 9 a.m. If you're watching it on YouTube, you can check it out at twitch.tv/summitpodcast. On Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or whatever that converts to wherever you are. So
time zones are weird.
Yeah, time zones are a pain in the ass.
Ooh, chat.
Yeah. That's what I was doing before we started today, and that's why I needed you in the room so I could test things. But yeah, it's
new layout.
Yeah, it's a new layout, so we're trying that out. Trying that out this week. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We are, I think, dropping frames. We might be dropping frames. It's having troubles today. What the hell's going on there? I'm like running. It's having so many problems. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't.
We're gonna do this whole podcast in slow motion.
Yeah, I mean the VOD is gonna look fine, but it looks like we might be doing some issues, or having some issues rather, with the actual. Oh God!
It's
don't
lagging so much.
Don't
if I
make
move
it worse.
fast enough,
don't make it worse.
If I move fast enough, it's gonna look like I'm teleporting. I'm really excited for this to show up.
I mean, now we're just watching our own stream, but so we should. We should probably jump into the discussion topic for the week while I try and
not a
figure
bad
out
idea.
What is going on with our bitrate here? The discussion topic of the week is: do you think that game design favors aesthetics too much for gameplay to thrive? So basically, what that means is: do you think that the gaming industry is too focused on on aesthetics as opposed to developing new gameplay techniques? Anyone have any insight?
Yes.
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
We got
It's
some
about
disagreement.
time. I was wondering when we were going to have a topic that you guys would disagree on. I'm excited.
I think, well, personally for me, I know a lot of people are very into games for graphics, and it's something that like companies tout as, oh, this game's like a huge thing with like the difference between like when like Call of Duty and Battlefield and first-person shooters were really taking over. Everybody was like, oh, well, Battlefield has better graphics. But really the argument you should be making is that Battlefield has better gameplay mechanics. But people have always touted graphics as kind of the hallmark of what makes a good game. In some cases, not in all cases, and I've never really agreed with that. I am fine playing The Binding of Isaac, which has no great graphics. It has a cool art style, but it has definitely not three-dimensional realistic graphics that are blowing me away. But I like it because it has a gameplay style that's unique. And I think especially in like today's games, I think graphics or graphical like settings and stuff have a bit too much importance on what determines whether a game is good or not. Tell me I'm wrong, Yeti.
Well, okay, I agree with sort of what you said there. Like the thing of Battlefield versus COD and people arguing about the graphics, that's like definitely fair. Because they're very different games to me, and I don't think that ever mattered to me. I always preferred COD for the like running gun and less thinking aspects. But I think as far as graphics go, there are some cases where some games or some game developers will try too hard to just look really good. But I think for the most part, that doesn't seem to be anything. It's not a problem which I've ever really come into that much from my experiences, especially since like, some of my favorite games. I know kids always talk about Dishonored, but Dishonored's a big one for me because it's like my favorite game, and the art style is a pretty specific art style. Like they weren't trying to look super realistic. They've got like the dark edges and all that sort of stuff. So I don't know. As far as I go, I think it's not necessarily stopping gaming from thriving per se, but I think it really depends on the developers. Sometimes they do care a bit too much, but in the grand scheme of things, if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. But for the most part, I think, I don't know, it's just not something I really come into that much as a problem too often. But I can see where sometimes it would be a thing. Just, yes, that's what I think.
Okay. See, I sit somewhere kind of in between. I think that with big budget, it doesn't necessarily affect it that much. Like I think a lot of big budget games are able to do really nice graphics and then also work a lot on their like really awesome gameplay technique stuffs, but like when it comes to indie games, they kind of have to focus on one, and a lot of the time now they're like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like a lot of the time I've noticed that a lot of games are pushing more towards aesthetics rather than gameplay, and they're sticking to tried and true methods with gameplay techniques rather than potentially innovating with those gameplay techniques. I mean, this is one of the things that actually scares me about like No Man's Sky coming up. It is a gorgeous game. They got funded, like they got a lot of funding, so they should be okay to work on gameplay techniques as well. And they've already like the genre itself has expanded already in the sense that like you are trying to be an explorer as well, which is awesome. So
yeah,
for me, like that's pretty great that they've done that. But
oh god, I'm so sorry.
Gazoon type. So for me, like I think there's definitely a balance to be had, and I think funding is a big part of it for the gaming industry. But I think a lot of the time, like in order to sell games, because a lot of people have been getting sick of the like 2D platformers after Meat Boy came out, and then there was a slew of them for a really long time. And people have just kind of been like, oh, fuck 8-bit graphics, man. Go back to, like, making games beautiful. And then it's like, well, yeah, but there are, like, some really good gameplay techniques that we could do with this. And then people are like, we don't care it looks 8-bit. Get over it, right? And so, like, a lot of the time now to sell their games, they have to push this kind of more aesthetic perspective on their games. And I don't think that that's necessarily beneficial to the indie genre. But for the big budget, I think that it's a little bit more... it's a little bit easier for them to actually do both. That being said, many of them don't. Many of them just stick with their tried and true as well, and then go with the aesthetic. Star Wars Battlefront. But yeah,
it's pretty. You get 2 maps.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think there's something to be said for both. Yeah.
I think SideQuest makes a good point when he says in the chat that, or he's talking about someone else that said you kind of need an equilibrium of graphics and gameplay. I agree, but I definitely just personally prefer to see, if I'm going to be interested in a game, it's typically because there's some sort of innovation within the gameplay, not necessarily innovation within graphics.
I mean, to bring back to Yeti's point, that's exactly what drew me to Dishonored, was the cool gameplay mechanics. Like, that was the reason why I pre-ordered that game. That was the only game that I've pre-ordered in the last, 10 years, basically. And it's because I was like, that gameplay mechanics, they look awesome. They look fantastic. They look super interesting and new, and I couldn't care less how the game looks, I mean, it's a fairly aesthetic game too, but what drew me to it was also the gameplay mechanics. When I look at a lot of the CODs or the Battlefields or the all that stuff, I'm just kind of like, it's another first-person shooter. I don't care. I've played Modern Warfare. I'm good. You know, like as far as COD goes,
It's a good one though.
I've reached the peak with COD. Now it's just the same thing with like different guns and different like basic mechanics, and it's like they're trying to innovate a little bit with their like, futuristic, advanced warfare or whatever.
The mech suits and
yeah.
yeah.
But the thing is, it's been done.
Yeah,
before,
that's not going so well for them though.
Pardon, sorry. What did you say, Yeti?
It's not going so well for them. The future stuff and mech
Yeah.
stuff. I don't think people really are after that anymore.
No, well,
No, that's why I
Too
stopped
many
playing.
dislikes.
Yeah, because like they came out with Titanfall and stuff, and it's like, well, okay, we've had mechs, we're good. And then you get into like games like Overwatch that do FPS, and it's like, oh, we haven't had one of these in a while, and it's an arena shooter, right? It's a TF2 style arena shooter, and it's a ton of fun. It's like Doom. Doom comes out at the same time, and Doom is like, it's been popular. Like, but it's been like, I mean, I think Overwatch has been a shit ton more popular lately.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like,
Definitely, yeah.
they're both doing the arena shooter thing because they're both like, oh, we haven't had an arena shooter in a while, But it's still the same thing. It's like, it's not innovation. And I think like aesthetics plays a huge role in both of those games as well. So like, I don't know if aesthetics is necessarily pulling away too much from gameplay and stuff like that, but there's definitely something to be said for trying to pull in an equilibrium, and I think that a lot of game designers haven't done it recently. Yeah, more like overhype. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes, side quest. Yes, you are correct. I mean, it's a good game. I don't really have too much to say about it. Yeah, right.
I still haven't got it. I need to pick it up.
I haven't bought it. I don't think I am going to buy it. And that's just because like I played it during the beta. I really enjoyed it, but $40 is a lot of money. Like for a TF2 style game, $40 is a lot of money. And I mean, I get it. Like, it's Blizzard, so there's going to be patches out the wazoo, but I don't necessarily want to spend $40, at least not right now. I mean, money's tight right now. When I have a more steady job and things like that, I'll probably consider it again. But like, I don't think the popularity is going to go away. I think just the bitching about the popularity is going to go away over time.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do we agree at least that it's the right move for developers to push for an equilibrium?
Yeah, I think you need a good balance, but like I said, I do prefer innovation within gameplay rather than graphics. But I don't mind looking at a game that looks really pretty as well.
What about you, Yeti?
Yeah, I again would favor gameplay a bit more. It's just as long as they don't try too hard, for the most part, I'm okay with it. Like, Siege is pretty much the only game I play ever now, and that for me is just right. But there's sometimes where they're trying to get this nice lighting system in, and sometimes you'll like look out a window and it's bright because that's what happens in real life. But then you look out a window and you just can't see shit at all. So I think it's okay making things look good, but I don't know. I have real life for real life. I play games for mechanics.
Let me have 20/20 vision in my game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
right, yeah.
I would love to have 20/20 vision in my games. If they could like make my computer screen prescription lenses for me, like if it was just like prescription for me at the distance that I sit, that would be great. I mean,
What if in the beginning of every game you had to like type in
my prescription,
what your vision is, and then
Yeah.
you had to play the game like that?
I mean, yeah, that would be interesting at the very least. That would be, I think, horrible at times, but like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like if it was like correcting my vision, that would be super interesting. If it was like I would hope that you'd just be able to do it on monitors, Like that you could just adjust the monitor to your prescription at the distance that you're at. Why has no one done this? Get on it. people who make
True.
monitors.
Yeah. We thinking.
Yeah, because if I don't have to wear glasses when I'm at my computer, my eyes will actually be so much less tired at the end of the day.
Yep.
But, yeah. That's a whole other kind of innovation, though, I think. I don't know that that's necessarily... Oh.
Well, can you not get like? I think my glasses have like. Well, I never wear my glasses. I may as well not have them. I'm going to be real, but
Yeah.
they have. Do you not get like a filter on it or something? Because I think that was the thing that when I got them, he was like, "Do you look at computers a lot?" And like, I'm like, as part of college, I basically sit on a computer for 8 hours a day. And he was like, "Oh, well, we'll put this filter on for your eyes, and it'll make them less tired."
Yeah, they got
that's the
like
thing.
this. They got some sort of coating that they can put on, like, because I just got new glasses recently too, and they'll put this like coating on there that's for like computers, TV screens, car headlights. Basically, it's like a no glare, no strain kind
Yeah.
of thing. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, they just call it
But I don't have it
anti-glare.
because I'm poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, anti-glare. That's what.
Yeah. I also don't have it because I'm poor, so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, mine are free.
Ugh.
NHS
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
I thought Canada paid for that stuff.
So Canada has free healthcare to some extent, but like the idea that it's free is a little
Eyes
bit
don't count.
it's not quite free. Like, I mean, you pay your taxes, right? And your taxes then go into funding
Right.
your healthcare. But then also you pay for all of your medical stuff up front.
Specialty things.
Like over the course of months.
Oh.
Like, so every month you pay a bit of money and then you have healthcare. So it's kind of like an insurance plan, but like it's a government insurance plan that's just like, yeah, no, like whatever happens, we got you covered. But like when it comes to like dentistry or like eyewear, you're on your own. So optometry or dentist stuff,
Oh, wow.
other insurance plans will have to cover that basically. And
So if your spleen explodes,
You're
you
good.
got you.
yeah, but
If you can't see anything,
you're
you
screwed.
deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. I mean, they cover like the emergency stuff is kind of how I view it. So like it's pretty alright. But like when you're a youth, you don't have to pay for your health care. So like when you're young, it is free basically for you. But then once you get to, I think it's either 18 and moved out on your own working, or when you're 25 and still living as a dependent. Hello.
Hello.
I mean, I still live with my mom, right? But
Hello,
like, yeah. So a little lame, but that's all right. It's
me too. They're in that room over there.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did move out already, and I'm now back here. So I mean, university, and then trying. Now I'm.
You gave it a go.
Yeah. Jobs are hard to
I
find.
just ripped
right now,
something.
man.
That's not good.
Jobs are rough up here, right?
Jobs.
Now. Does Canada have Mary J? So medical marijuana? Yes. I mean, yes, we do. And across Vancouver, there's a bunch of dispensaries as well, which is where I live. So, yeah, yeah. Canada's an interesting place. I don't know. It's like they've just like in April, like on 420, our prime minister was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, next year pot will be legal." So, don't know. No, it's not medical for Coca-Cola, but they do serve it. It's everywhere. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to find that magical Coca-Cola that cures all your ills.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, there you go. Gotta have the doctor in there. Anyways, we should hop into our topics. What have you been playing this week? Josh has played nothing. We know that.
I played Sims the real life called I went to work for 40 hours and then I slept and I fulfilled my basic needs as a human being and my social meter is about here. That's where I am this week.
Yeah. Okay, hold up. So question, do people still try to sell weed with their med, because people do that shit in LA a lot? I mean, people like, I don't know if it's like with their med, but like, yes. I mean, you can walk down the street in Vancouver and someone will walk up to you and be like, "You want to buy some weed?" It's like, No, no, I'm good. Oh, come on, but you're like right here at the art gallery. Like, obviously you smoke. I'm like, no, actually, I just have to get somewhere. Like, I'm just walking by. This is like, you misunderstand me. I'm going to a job interview. If I decide to buy some weed on my way to a job interview, I think we've got some problems. Yeah, it's an interesting place. So, yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, so you played Real Life this week, Josh, which is
I played Real Life Sims,
Yeah.
and
ton of fun.
I'm done. I'm about to go jump in a pool with no ladder, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Don't do that. We need you for the show.
Jake Hazy's.
All right, Yeti, what did
That's
you
a
play
Sims
this
joke.
week?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really as well. I've had exams this week, so
It's been a busy.
I've more been not doing anything. I've been watching Tio play Siege all week whenever I've had a chance, more than anything. I haven't played Siege, but I'd say that every week, so there's not really much more to say on it anymore other than that's a fun game, I like that. And then I'm pretty sure that's like apps. There's nothing else even to it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't even play. I played Siege for about 6 hours last night, and then I'm pretty sure that's it.
Fair enough. Well, I played some more
That's pretty bad.
Hearthstone last night, so that was fun. And then I also played WildStar, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's an MMO, and it just went free to play, and it's on Steam. What are you laughing at? Oh,
Oh,
Ginger Ninja is back.
Ninja!
Does he? Oh yeah, he's got to know by now that the chat's there and everyone can see what he says. All right, that's good news.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. So yeah, WildStar.
Topical.
WildStar is a free.
You're in the right place.
We're not gonna get shit done. This is why we can't cut the show down to an hour, guys. This is why. This is the reason why. Because has it been free to play for a while? I'm just out of it. It launched on Steam a little while ago, but I actually don't mind it. I disagree with you that it's boring as fuck, but you know, maybe that's just me. I also was playing with my girlfriend though, so we had some fun doing that. But yeah, no, I don't know.
That's inappropriate.
Well, hey,
We can talk about that after the podcast.
yeah, all right. Anyways, but no, it's a fun game. I enjoy it. I think it's got kind of like quite a few elements pulled from Guild Wars. So if you've played that, it's like, see, this is why I don't know things though. Side quest. I'm not like, I'm really out of the loop. If it's been free to play for 2 years, that's great. But like, I don't know. They made an announcement being like, "We're going free to play," like last week, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. I guess you have."
You know what else is out of the loop?
Go ahead. What is it?
Untied shoes.
Yeah. All right.
It's a pun.
Yes.
All right, let's continue.
All right, let's
Wait, I
continue.
missed that one. What was that?
Untied
Go
shoes.
again. Go again.
Untied shoes
Untied
are out of
shoes.
the loop.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Okay, I get you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, carry on.
Oh God, what does it become? So I don't know.
Save me from this nothing I've become.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed WildStar, but like I also really enjoy. I really enjoyed Guild Wars. So like I think it's for a specific type of person. But it did just launch on Steam. I guess 2 days ago now. It's all right. I will continue to play it. I will not be putting like a ton of time into it, but it's fun. I don't know. Like I'll probably get like a good like 100 hours out of it and then be done with it. But yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's an MMO.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of WildStar.
Yeah, like I think now that it's going more wide release on Steam, but like it was doing like I mean, okay, can we just talk about what SideQuest said for a moment? For the record, Bruce Willis was very much in the loop. That's the whole premise of the movie Looper.
No, he wasn't. Joseph Gordon-Levitt ended the loop before he became Bruce Willis.
Yeah, but then Bruce Willis was
Willis wasn't in the
never
loop.
like he was still like that's not how time travel works. He still came back.
He was never Bruce Willis.
No, but he was.
No, don't worry about it.
Look, do we need to get
He
into
was a kid, and then he grew up to be Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and then he shot himself in the head before he could become Bruce Willis. When he evolved into Bruce Willis, that never happened because he was dead before it happened.
See, I still think that it was just Joseph
That's how
Gordon-Levitt,
Luther works.
and he just wishes he was Bruce Willis. But then when he realized he couldn't be Bruce Willis, he shot himself in the head. I think that's the premise of Looper. But
Right.
yeah,
I've never
I
seen Looper.
really dislike that film.
it's all right.
Now I never will watch
Plot
it.
holes all over the place.
Yeah,
It has a lot of problems. Yeah.
I mean, it's the
I
same.
like plot holes.
It's
It lets you make your own stupid story.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much the same like issues with time travel that like Doctor Who has. So about these microtransactions from last week, I'm still confused about these tiny guys and their tiny dollars. Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. We're all still confused about it, Ninja. We're all 100% still confused about it. So don't worry. We're all in the same boat here. Very confused about the tiny dollars.
It's actually just when like Peter Dinklage plays Monopoly. That's what a microtransaction is.
Oh God. You're both on fire and terrible.
I'm ready. Wildstar.
Oh God. So I changed the discussion topic or the topic on the stream to what we didn't play this week because I felt like that was more appropriate.
None of us played any games.
Yeah, we're all. I mean, this
It's okay.
week, like,
We're gamers at heart.
yeah, well, like I had job interviews and like I had an aptitude test this week, so like I had to take care of shit. I don't know. I think like I played like a little bit, but it was mostly like I played some Skyrim, but that was for the channel. I played some Slime Rancher, that was also for the channel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I started my new Nuzlocke challenge. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw up episode 1 today just for fun. I don't know why. I should probably finish my other Nuzlocke first, but I'm too excited about this one. So I played that. I played Pokemon.
I mean, fair enough. It's it's a good thing to play.
And by played, I mean like started it and got my starter choices, and that's it. So it's not really playing. It's like I watched the opening cutscene of Pokemon.
That's
but you
playing.
know, it's close.
That's playing.
That's the most of a video game I touched this week. Yeah.
So, according to SideQuest, the Wildstar has a funny story, but the quests are boring. The combat is very similar to Terra as well. Yeah, I actually found the combat extremely boring. I found the questing to be pretty fun, but I also went Explorer. So, I don't know, like, I really like platformers and stuff like that. So, like, finding paths and things like that was kind of what I wanted to do with the game anyways. Like, I don't know if you know with Guild Wars 2, but the Vista system in that was my favorite thing about it. Like, I spent time, I would rather go find Vistas in Guild Wars 2 than actually, like, fight anything. And I feel the same about Wildstar. And so, like, just as kind of like an overview here, you have 2 factions, 8 races, 4 races on each side. There's a bunch of different classes. But then you have 4 paths that you can take. You can either be an explorer, a scientist, a soldier, or a settler. And based on what you pick for your path, you'll have different area quests when you go in. And it's kind of cool. But like for the explorer, like it's either like you do cartography where you get the whole map, or you God damn it, Ninja. or you go and find vistas and like push it up there. And
I hate that spoiler so much.
I know. It's depressing. Yeah, but anyways, like there's different things you can do, and so like each path has different quests that you do. So it's like I don't know. I like the questing in Wildstar. But I don't. That's not technically a spoiler yet, SideQuest. That's speculation.
True. It's a theory
Yeah.
that's probably 97% accurate.
I mean, like okay, just to talk about this for a moment because I'm a big fan. When Kathleen Kennedy, who is like running the Lucasfilm wing of Disney, said they were doing Star Wars Episode 7, people were worried that they would be doing something with just some random. And when they announced Rey, that that became a very large concern for a lot of people. And then she was like, "Don't worry, we're still very aware that this is a Skywalker story." So, like, I mean, that has been a big part of what fueled people being like, "Oh, so Rey's a Skywalker," right? And it's like, okay, like, I mean, sure, if she is great,
Or is she a Kenobi?
yeah. I mean, I think that
is probably almost impossible.
yeah,
But I think it'd be dope.
I
What
agree.
is that bug on my window? What are you? No. Go back to freaking the Amazon rainforest. That thing is huge. God, it's gone. Okay. There was a freaking wasp, like literally like Fallout size, that just like flew into my window. It looked like a small bird.
I'm really glad I live in
No,
Canada.
thank you.
Nothing like that can survive up here. It's too cold.
I wish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Just yesterday I was helping my mom do some gardening stuff for a family friend, and he had these planters, and it's just like horrible amounts of ivy. And if you know anything about gardening, the ivy just like spreads completely throughout the soil and like makes it impossible to dig anything up. So I ended up just picking up the entire like dirt and ivy out of the planter, and it's like the planters are like 4 feet by 1 foot by 1 foot deep, and I was just like lifting this like basically small person out of this planter, and there was a spider that was like this big.
Oh,
in the bottom of the planter.
nah.
It's like, I'm good.
Nah.
I'm good.
Nah.
We're done here. Yeah. Also, side quest, you should really watch it.
It's good.
It's good. It's enjoyable.
I watched it after I got my wisdom teeth out, and I was on super pain meds and like really loopy, and it was even better then.
Oh,
So if you have any access to like Oxycontin or hydrocodone or something,
we don't
take
condone,
a couple of those
ecstasy.
and then watch it.
We don't condone
Real
doing
good.
drugs here. We don't.
Unless it's for medical purposes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then do as much heroin as you want.
as much heroin as is advised by your medical professional.
Yes, prescribed.
Yeah.
Take 3 needles each meal.
Yeah.
2 at breakfast.
Yeah. Very important.
I've never done heroin. So
I don't even know. For
I
sure.
wouldn't be here. No.
No, it's true. Ha, life. So let's just jump in. Let's just jump into news topics.
Heroin is a news topic. It's an epidemic that's sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
But we could actually talk about video games if you want.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we probably should. So, Steam Dev Days returning for 2016. Do you guys have any predictions for this? Like that's kind of.
I'm bad at predictions. I don't. I just suck at everything. Oh, an Overwatch ad. Look at that. It looks like a great game.
So, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump in here and say they're gonna talk about VR.
Do it.
A lot.
Maybe.
Like, I think they're going to talk about it a lot. I think that's going to be the main focus. And then controllers within VR. Because people like the Vive controllers so far, but they also want more versatility. That's like all I got, though. Like, I have no idea what...
Here, I got one.
Yeah? All right. Let's hear it.
You said they're going to talk about VR. The first letter of VR is V. What rhymes with V? 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed?
Half-Life 3 confirmed. You heard it here
Maybe.
first.
Maybe.
Steam Dev Days. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
I mean, I don't want to jump ahead of myself or anything, but it seems pretty likely with all this evidence that I just provided you.
Yeah, I mean, let's just for a moment talk about that. It's set to run from October 12th to 13th. Remove the 1. Transition from 2 to 3. Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Also, Left 4 Dead 3. Every game is getting a trilogy.
Yeah.
Or a trequel, whatever you want to call it. What do you call the third sequel in a trilogy? Is it a trequel? A threequel? It should be a threequel. What would you call it? Like, the follow-up episode is always a sequel. What do you call the one after that?
It's still a sequel.
Just another sequel.
It's still a sequel.
Another
because it's sequence.
Dang
it's not, yeah.
See,
yeah.
It's just a sequel to the second. I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's a sequel to the sequel. So because it's the next in a sequence, that's why it's a sequel. You're welcome. Impart that knowledge upon you today. I'm happy we could help.
I mean, we can start something.
I'm gonna continue calling it a trequel.
You prefer trequel to threequel?
Side quest. Start telling everybody you know that it's a trequel.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll spam it on Twitter. It's new hashtag. Hold on.
I'm just gonna make a giant tweet right now that just says trequel. Well, yeah, you can't try to say that 5 times fast.
Is that how you'd spell it? Are you looking at the?
Why is side quest asking vagina?
I mean, the answer is yes.
Context.
The answer is always
yes.
What what's the problem? The answer is always yes.
Are we calling it a trequel or a threequel?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you.
I think we should do threequel.
Yeah. I mean, that makes more sense. People.
I'm gonna type out a nice.
I've changed.
This is a hard tweet to tweet.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'll link the podcast, and then they're gonna be like, "I wonder what a threequel is," and then they're gonna come to the podcast. Get ready.
Yep, I'm looking.
That's a great tweet.
Yep.
It's treated.
Yeti, are you telling SideQuest that he can be a vagina or a power glove?
I don't want to be the one to.
Or are you telling him that he can be a power glove?
Just whatever he wants to be. Just anything.
I identify as
crocodile, vagina wearing a glove. Trequel. New meme.
Oh yeah. Our new meme. We have 2 memes.
Yep, we're doing it, team.
We got trequel and cat equality. We got our 2 memes. We're gonna spawn some dank donkle memes coming from this podcast.
All right. So I mean, like, Steam Dev Days.
More news. Anyway.
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. It's gonna be running in October. Might be worth mentioning. Speaking of power gloves. I guess this is really inappropriate for me to call it a power glove, but Deus Ex augmentations. So, the article is basically talking about how bionic limbs are being developed, and in this particular, it's by Open Bionics and Razer, of all people. But it's like Deus Ex modeled limbs. I'm actually going to link the article here, because this is
they look really dope.
It's super cool.
I mean, like, losing your hand kind of sucks and all, but like, these look dope.
Yeah. I wonder if I'll get my link deleted in chat. No, good. Okay, I can just link it in chat as well. So that's good. I can just do that in the future. That makes my life easier. Yeah, so like, it's really cool. Basically, it's like they have like multiple arms right now that they're working on. I don't know. I think like there's something to be said for them, and then there's also something to be said for do you really want your bionic to look like it's from a video game? The answer should be yes. The answer should be yes. Yes, you do. Why would you not? What a stupid question. So
yes.
Yeah, no, it's really cool because it's like the Eidos team is actually working with Open Bionics and Razer for this. So it's like, first of all, it's authorized, which is awesome because no legal issues, which means it'll actually probably happen. 2, they're working with Razer, which means, okay, what is Razer's role here? Like, is it design, or is it like I have no idea. I'm really curious to find out exactly what everyone worked on here. And then Open Bionics is just like really good at getting these things out there. Yes, bionic limbs have been in development for a really long time. This is just particularly like really high functioning ones. So bionic limbs, a lot of the time, what they're limited by is the actual mobility and the connectivity to your tendons and muscles and your nerves. So with these bionic limbs, a big part of what's going on is they're working to develop a stronger connection and more control. And so while these also look cool, what they're trying to do is they're trying to develop a better bionic limb in the first place. So like, while these things have been in development for a long time, this is just kind of a cool note that it's like they're also trying to make them look a little bit like Deus Ex and a little bit more functioning like the Deus Ex limbs, which is awesome because they're trying to give improved strength and grip and things like that. So they're more like augmentations rather than just bionic limbs. So, yeah. I don't know. I thought it was cool.
I actually have the girl who graduated valedictorian from my high school is like now designing these things at like she works at like a bio lab at Washington University.
That's really cool.
And she like designs these things, and now I feel like a chump in comparison because I'm like, I play video games sometimes, you know. I can do that, and she's like, oh, I just gave a little boy an arm yesterday, and I was like, you win.
Yep, well done. But did you give him a smile?
Bravo.
Yes, the answer is yes, she did. The answer is yes, she did. Because he had now has
actually, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But
he actually cried when he watched my Pokemon video, so...
yeah, so one up that, you know. Just saying. No, I don't know. I think, like, it's really cool that they're able to do this stuff and that the technology is improving. And I like I like the thought of them doing more developments with making them better rather than just making them functional. So... And then also making them look cool, which I think is awesome as well. I don't know. You guys have anything else to say about it? I just thought it was pretty awesome.
I don't think so.
All right.
What's valedictorian?
It's number 1, first in class.
Right. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's whoever's got the highest. I don't know. I know grading systems are a little bit different in the UK. Do they still use like GPA? Or they're just like different? Do what?
No, they use UCAS now. You get like points for every grade and stuff. It's a bit ridiculous. I won't go into it. It's sort of like weirdly balanced, and it annoys me a little bit because I'm wasting my time with maths. But whatever.
It sounds confusing.
Interesting.
Yeah, basically it's whoever did the best in high school, pretty much. Whoever got the highest grades on everything is graduates valedictorian.
Yeah, we have something similar. I don't think they call it valedictorian, but they call it something else. Maybe they do. I don't know. It might have just been my high school that was like, no, we're too cool to call it valedictorian. But like, I don't know. It's like very impressive. And it takes a lot of work. And the person who graduated like top of our class is like super genius level and like was in French immersion and was doing like way more courses and stuff too. And it's like, okay, you're actually just a genius. I mean, well done. But like,
yeah, no, this chick was taking like college courses and she interned with NASA over summer. And I was like, yeah, you're pretty well set for the rest of your life. But no, they're actually getting rid of they're trying to get rid of valedictorian, the whole system kind of thing in America as well, because it quote unquote makes the other kids feel bad that they weren't the smartest in the class. So they're trying to get rid of it in America too, apparently.
Do you know what they should do instead if they don't want kids to feel bad?
Tell them to get over it?
No, what they should do, I mean, yes. But
is there a pun coming up?
What they should do if they don't want their kids to feel bad is don't send them to school. then
Yeah.
they'll never be bullied. They'll never
There you go.
interact with other children. They'll be fine.
Should send them to
Just
school,
put
I
them
think,
away.
actually.
Put them down in your basement.
Put him in the basement and
Yeah.
feed him
You know,
2 scoops of rice a day.
exactly. You know, I mean, that's all they need.
My self-esteem is higher than ever.
Yeah. See? Get on it, America.
I
Yeah.
disagree. For the record.
What? Psych was valedictorian, but he turned it down because he didn't want to speak.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they
fair.
they make the valedictorians give speeches at every at like your graduation ceremony. They'll make the first in class give like a graduation speech.
Yeah, they did that here.
Do you win something?
It's often you'll get scholarships.
Do you win
and stuff.
anything?
A trophy or...
Usually like a butt ton of scholarships. Like she's going to WashU, which is like the
Yeah, but...
at least top 10 schools in the nation for free.
Yeah.
So, and it's like other than that,
Alright.
it's 65,000 a year to go, and so to go for free is like pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty legit.
Yeah,
I go to a
in the
state
moment,
school
a trophy
'cause I'm
would be
poor.
nice.
But speaking of things that you could spend all your money on if you got free scholarships, Good Old Games Summer Sale is on.
Dude, look at these segues.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard
Good
of
Old
that.
Games
Let's
Summer
talk about
Sale
it.
is on. And it is okay, I would say. I don't know. You can get
Yo, I don't know what GOG even is.
Good Old Games. It's kind of like Steam, but worse.
What?
You should check it out. But if you get enough experience, you can get a free copy of Spelunky, which is what I'm working towards right now, so that I can finally play Spelunky for the first time. It's also like $3 if you just want to buy it right now. So, yeah. But I'm working on getting it for free because fuck paying $3 for a game that's old like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then when Steam Summer
That's
Sale
not
is
the
on,
right
you
Cool
can
idea.
get
games
it.
here. You can get Honey Pop for $3.
There's a lot of things you can
Yeah,
get. for
it's
free.
That's never
off.
going on my channel.
Yeah.
It said they had XCOM series like 75% off right now. That's one of the ones I might be interested in. I've been wanting to play XCOM for a long time.
Yeah. It's pretty legit.
Prison Architect's $10.
Yep.
I might buy Prison Architect.
That's a good choice.
I may also just wait for the Steam sale because that's probably going to be better.
Yeah, see, this is the question. Do you guys, like, we talked about, like, a few weeks ago how the Steam Summer Sale was going to be around, like, June 23rd. Do you think that Good Old Games saw that news and was like, hey, I have an idea. Why don't we get everybody's money before the Steam
Do it
sale?
early.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah. I think they probably did.
And then Steam's
No.
going to drop the prices even lower and be like, you wasted your money. Done.
Is Steam drunk?
I mean, I feel like you've got...
Yeah.
Is that what happened
You've
there?
got to talk to the developers about it, right?
Sorry, pardon, Yeti?
What is this random car that's driving in my driveway? Who are you?
If you're
It's a random.
doing sales, you have to talk to the developers, don't you? Because I know they will already have the keys bought from them. See, I don't know where my keys like initially sourced from. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I feel like if you're gonna do a sale on someone's game, you usually would talk to them. I don't really know how it works. I don't know what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, like, Good Old Games has
There's a
been...
point in there somewhere.
Good Old Games has been working with a lot of these developers for a really long time. A lot of what they do is they bring a lot of like remastered games back, so you can get like Grim Fandango remastered, which is one of my favorite games of all time, on here for like, I think it's like $6 or something, and it's like you can get games that you can't otherwise get on PC now, a lot of the time, and then there's also new titles as well. But the new titles, it's kind of like you're not going to see great sales on them. But a lot of the old stuff, it's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to get Grim Fandango remastered anywhere else, basically. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Dungeon Keeper,
Mm-hmm.
the Rayman games I got on there as well.
Yep.
There's some good stuff.
No, there's some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll buy any of it though.
I have the entire Witcher series on Good Old Games, which I have yet
Yeah, it
to
says
play.
they have them 75. Oh, it's half off for Witcher right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty legit. Also, X-Wing and TIE Fighter are on sale, which is awesome.
60% off.
Yep. They're not bad. They're not
Yo, I
bad.
may get Prison Architect. I want that game so bad. I love Tycoon games.
Yeah.
That's my childhood.
Prison Architect is real good. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Yeah. Anyways, that was worth noting. So we actually had like a bit of a bigger discussion topic here that we wanted to talk about as well. Is that like a lot of companies seem to be putting in heavier ban penalties, and I just wanted to ask you guys, like, do you think that that's because of do you think that's because of the Overwatch news and like how Blizzard's been handling things? Also, I'm just gonna put
Like they're setting a new precedent or something?
Yeah. I'm just gonna put this in chat as well, and then I'm gonna load up this article as well as this one, and then we can add this one in here as well, where Blizzard's just now doing new things as well that are not that new but relatively new.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, do you think, like, that they're setting the precedent, or do you think that companies are just now kind of figuring out, okay, like, we actually have to do this in order to get people to stop cheating?
No, I hope it's setting a precedent, because then eventually you get to a point where, because like right now, obviously, if Blizzard's the only one doing it, then as they release future Blizzard games, people will know, okay, well, Blizzard really cracks down on cheaters, so I can't cheat or I can never play the game. If everybody hops on the same train, then you could potentially see an end to, I mean, hackers will always find a way to get around whatever they do, but you could potentially see an end to, or at least a like large decrease in cheating across online video games in general, which would be dope.
I would like that. I mean,
Yeah, I think Overwatch has had something to do because the thing with Siege is one of the ones linked there that's permabanning now. They've been working on it for quite a while. Because I remember back in, it was like February, I think, they posted about it on their website saying that they were really trying to crack down on it, and they were never really fully clear on it. So back in February, they were like, okay, this is what it is now, this is how it's going to work, so don't cheat. And then nothing really changed at all. So I feel like if they've seen that Blizzard is doing this and it's working, I could definitely see that would have encouraged them to take the step to make it permanent.
yeah, I think like that's kind of the impression I got with Siege as well. I don't know about the Division. I think the Division just kind of like, it's Ubisoft, right? They're the ones making the Division. So,
yeah.
I mean, if they wanted to do this, they were already like, fuck, fine, we'll ban people. Like, I don't think that they were necessarily all that worried about it. Like, I think just people were complaining enough to them. So I don't think that one is necessarily as influenced by Blizzard. I think that one's more influenced by their community being like, seriously, fix it or we're leaving. Because, like, a lot of people who are playing the Division are just like, no, like, it's actually not fun anymore because there's just a shit ton of cheaters. Like, you either cheat or you don't have fun playing the Division. And so, with that change, like, Ubisoft was hearing from people a lot there. So, wouldn't be surprised if that was why for them. I just realized I hadn't locked this room, so there easily could have been people jumping in here.
Anybody could have jumped in.
Yeah. Whoops. All right.
A naked Asian man just suddenly pops up in the bottom right quadrant of our stream.
You know what? It would have been entertaining. At the very least, would have been entertaining.
Beatlemania. Yellow Submarine hashtag.
Beatlemania.
You're supposed to put the hashtag at the beginning.
Beatlemania is still alive. Don't let them tell you any different. Yeah. I don't know.
I think the Rolling Stones are better. That's my unpopular opinion.
You know, I think there's something to be said for that. There's also something to be said for the fact that you're definitely wrong with some of their songs, because the Rolling Stones really made some shit here and there. And I mean,
True.
The Beatles were like,
but their ups
consistent
were
with their style. you know?
That's what I'll say. Beatles were like, I can listen to a Beatles song and be like, it's pretty good. But then there's Rolling Stones songs where I'm just like, whoa!
Yeah.
And I like it.
That's fair.
I never have a Beatles song where I'm like, yeah.
I think like I
You know
like
what I'm
a lot of folk music, and so like for me like the Beatles touches on a lot of that stuff.
Stylistically.
Yeah. But like I really like the Stones as well. So I've never really understood the argument between the two. I'm just like, they're both good. What's your guys' problem? We have two really good bands here. Why are you arguing that like one is better than the other? Just accept that they're both fantastic. But like they do such different things. It's like, why are you even comparing them? One is basically pop folk and the other one is rock. Like it's straight up rock. So what's the issue here? They're two different
Guys,
genres.
Kesha is way better than Metallica, and if you think otherwise, you're wrong.
Man, I don't know.
That's not true, actually.
No.
It's the reverse.
It's the reverse, yeah.
These were like water. I don't know. Water is an important part of your daily
Water is
life, you know?
I mean.
I think
You gotta drink
SideQuest
it.
has nailed it here. They're
I
like
agree.
water because they are consistent and they are what you need to live. And yeah, sometimes that can be a little bit boring if you have it too much, but
I haven't listened to the Beatles today. Someone help!
exactly, right? You know, I think you nailed it, SideQuest. That's exactly what they are. They're the water to your life. Well done. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I mean, we could have had more discussion about this one, but honestly, like, whatever.
Ban the Beatles. Perma-ban the Beatles.
Yeah. We don't have any games that we're
Jake,
like,
I mean,
excited for coming up, right?
no, I have a
No, but
couple.
actually... Oh,
Like-
you do. You can do yours first, and then I read a really dope article that I would like to share a little bit that's kind of related to this.
Okay.
Right. You can go first because I remember had a couple for last week. I don't remember what either of them were though. So if
Okay.
I can remember what those were, I can talk about them.
Use that amygdala. I think that's a part of the brain, but I don't think it handles processing. But you go ahead and use your brain. Why? I'm not going to like read the article word for word, but the article is titled, it's kind of like an interesting discussion topic. It's titled, Why We Should Stop Getting Hyped for Upcoming Games. And basically where it stemmed from is we've been talking about No Man's Sky for a while now, and apparently, didn't we talk about last week how they pushed the release back to August or
August
September
9th.
or something?
August
August, was it? August 9th. So after they did that, Hello Games, which is the company that is producing it, they started receiving death threats from fans who were like really excited about the game and were mad that it was being pushed back a couple months. And so this article is in response to that, and they give a couple reasons why we should stop getting so hyped for games. One of their reasons is it makes people a-holes, as we can see with the whole kind of people were getting so excited for this one that because it got delayed 2 months, they sent death threats to the company producing. They also sent death threats not just to Hello Games that's producing it. They also sent death threats to Kotaku, which is the company. They just reported the delay.
Yep.
They didn't they're not the ones that delayed it. They just reported that it was being delayed, and they also received death threats.
Haven't you heard the phrase?
So that's
"Don't
their first
shoot the
reason.
messenger"? Like, people
Yeah,
are
exactly.
So stupid.
and they
Sorry, go on.
yes. No, I agree. Second reason is that getting super hyped about a game makes you enjoy it less when you actually play it. And so their argument here is like the specific example they gave was Fable. When the first Fable game came out, how, if you play Fable, I'd come to Fable before I didn't get hyped for it. I didn't even look at the launch for it. I got it after it had already come out, and I enjoyed it a lot. And that's kind of his point, is Fable by itself is a pretty good game. But when it first came out, it got so much crap for being terrible because it was hyped up so much. So his argument here is that if you hype up these games too much, you go in expecting to get your mind blown, you end up coming out disappointed. I think that's a decent argument there.
Can I just throw a counter argument in there? Just something that
Bring it.
Something that might be important to bring up. If you're super hyped for a game, but you remain rational in your hype for the game, you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to be like, yeah, these are the exact features that they were talking about having in this game. You know?
True.
Like, it's like, awesome. That's great. Like, I'm super excited for No Man's Sky, for example. Right? I'm excited for that game because of the exploration. Because of the putting your name on things that you discover. That is something that is in the game and is not going to be changing. They've been very clear about that. That's something that they are going to have as a mainstay in their game. That's what I'm most hyped about that game. The rest of it is completely secondary. So, like, for me, the hype is around something that I know is going to be in the game. If they were to take that out, I would be disappointed, sure. And I'd probably look for it elsewhere, you know? But I don't understand the idea that if you get hyped for something, you automatically will be disappointed by it. If it's presented in a way that they are holding true to the features that they presented in the first place, if you are a rational human being and you're able to, you know, take a step back and be like, I actually am excited for those features in this game, rather than just, this game looks amazing for arbitrary reasons. Oh, it's not what I expected? Oh. Wonder why that happened. Because maybe I set unrealistic expectations for it. No, it's their fault. So death threats. No, it's like that to me doesn't make any sense, you know? Like it's just a matter of remaining rational when you do that. So I don't think it's necessary that you shouldn't get hyped in that instance. It's that you should remain rational while getting hyped. But
yeah,
anyways,
that's right. I think they should have put like on. I think the entire article and like the comments on the article actually hit on it pretty well. But the entire article kind of just needs an asterisk that just says, like, the first comment says, "Hype doesn't cause death threats. Dumb, unstable assholes cause death threats." Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And so I think the whole article should kind of have a like an asterisk at the end of it that's just like, hey, for normal human beings, this isn't that big a deal. You can get excited for something.
Yeah.
I think his argument with point 2, the whole like getting hyped about a game makes you enjoy it less, is kind of like he takes the thought process that like if your like excitement is up here, if it's already at 100%, it can only either meet your 100% expectations or go down. Whereas if you're just like, I'm kind of interested, it can exceed those expectations a lot easier. But like you said, I don't necessarily know that that's a good thing to not get excited about, just so that you can enjoy the game more when it comes out.
The whole point of
but no, I just thought it was an interesting article. Did you link it in the chat?
I already did. I found it and I linked it in the chat.
Dope.
The issue I have with that point is that the whole point of something being able to exceed your expectations is that it can go beyond the 100% of what you expected from it. It's like a game can go above and beyond, and I don't think that that's necessarily something that you should, you know, deny. I mean, your expectations, wherever your expectations are, is your 100% at that point in time, right? Like, if you're not that hyped for it, your 100% is wherever the fuck you are. It can be your meh, right? If it exceeds your meh expectations, it has exceeded your expectations. It has gone beyond your 100%, right? Your hype level is wherever you put it at, and that's where being rational comes in. So you're right. It does need a giant asterisk. It just needs to be like, don't be an ignorant asshole and you're fine. Or if you want to be an ignorant asshole, follow these steps, you know? But like, I don't know. It bothers me that people are so stupid because, like, legitimately, they delayed it to August 9th. That's fantastic news.
Yeah, it was like 2 months.
That is fantastic news that it's not, like, delayed for a year, right? It's like, okay, hey, we still have some quirks that we want to work out, so we want to make sure that it's perfect when we release it. That means they're working on it. They're
right, and it's much better to... Right. It's much better to slightly delay a game to make sure it's fine-tuned and perfect and ready to go, rather than release a game with tons of bugs and crap that people would... I mean, it just makes sense. And so I don't get why people get so mad about that. But I mean, we're impatient. Human beings are impatient. Some are more than others, but still, rationality. That's the key to take away from today's episode.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on this, Yeti?
Yeah, I mean, people are idiots, right? Like, it's one of those things where, because there's Dishonored 2 is a thing. I believe I've mentioned it before. I am not yet at a point where I'm going, oh hell yeah, I'm really excited for this. Just gonna let it happen, see what happens. I like Dishonored 1. It's a pretty good game, and I'll see how that goes. But there's not really much to go off. There are people already getting excited for Elder Scrolls 6, and that's not even like a real thing yet. I think people just need to have more self-control over themselves and not get too into stuff. I think things just get a bit ridiculous sometimes, and people need to not do that. You just need to, like you said, be rational about it. Get excited about what you know is going to be a thing, but also be a bit skeptical. Like Battlefront was a good one for me as well. I was a huge fan of the first 2 games, and then I was super skeptical of 3 just of the newer one in November, and then it came out and it was bad for all the reasons I thought it would be bad. And I was fine with it because I knew it was going to be bad, so I got over it pretty quickly.
It sounds like you're kind of like stating your expectations to begin with, which I mean is not a bad thing, right? Like that's kind of a rational approach to take. So, what were you gonna say, Josh? Sorry, I kind of cut you off.
That's something else. That's something else they mentioned at the very end of the article. It's just that it's gotten to the point where all companies, all these marketing, the marketing divisions of these companies. It's all just about saying that your game is incredible and crazy and it's going to be the greatest game of all time, when in like 97% of cases, it's going to be an okay game. It's going to be fine. It's going to meet expectations. I'm going to play it and I'll enjoy it. It names some games like, like Destiny, LA Noire, Spore, BioShock Infinite, blah, blah. These are all games that they're tons of dollars into hyping them up as Destiny, especially as like the greatest game of all time. And I hopped on the Destiny train. I played that game like crazy. But at the end of the day, it's okay. Destiny's fun. I'll play it, but it's not the greatest game I've ever played. And then it later goes on and mentions how some companies hype up games that are utter crap. Like it mentions Watch Dogs specifically, which was a hyped up Assassin's Creed reskin, is what they said.
Okay, hold up. They mentioned Spore though. Spore is an amazing game. Fuck anyone who says otherwise. Spore is like the best.
Oh, I like Spore a lot.
Spore is like legit. The first half of Spore, before you get into like world management, is my favorite game. Like if they just removed the world management part, like once you like are in the like I'm working with like a small society running around as my little creature, I could do that for like days on end. I will like purposefully never progress to the next stage in Spore because I enjoyed that part way too much. And like the introduction of Spore where you're just like I'm gonna be this thing, and then you're like just dropped into this environment, survive, have fun. I love that.
Go for it. I need to pick up that game still.
It's so much fun. That's like legitimately.
I wonder if it's not going to be on sale.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. I have to pick up another copy of it at some point because like I used to have like the non-digital version of it, and I have no idea where my box is.
It's on. It's still $20 right now. Hopefully, it goes on for the Steam sale. I wonder if it's going to be one of the. It's a pretty popular game on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if they drop it down to like 10.
I would.
That'd be pretty cool
that for the channel at some point. Like I'd love to.
Same.
I'd love to do that.
I've never played it, but just watching people play it, it just looks like you're gonna have so much fun with it.
It is. It's a fun one. It's a lot of design stuff, so like you can take a lot of input from people as well. So I don't know. So the article is wrong because of that one statement. Spore.
The article is wrong. BioShock Infinite. I don't know what Anthony Burge has been up to on this particular day. That was quite well loved by BioShock Infinite.
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone being like, "Yo, this was like really bad." I love the hell out of it.
Yeah.
This guy
has some opinion.
He just played it, and like the ending was too much for him. He just couldn't get his head around it. He was like, "Yep, okay, I don't get it. It's bad." Like it's bad. That's his problem. Bioshock Infinite is good, and
I
don't
mean-
ever listen to anyone who says the opposite. I.e. this guy.
Yeah. The Division, however, he's very right on. That was hyped as shit, and it was really bad.
Never played that game.
It's like, I played on a friend's account because I didn't want to buy it myself, which I'm very happy I didn't. Yeah. It's not good. Like, when it first was
This
like,
guy into the
announced. Sorry, go ahead, Yeti. You have
Red
this-
Faction Guerrilla is the best open world game ever, and if you disagree, you are wrong. It's from the same man that brought us Hype is Bad.
Sorry,
Um,
where does he say this?
Why the Super Mario movie is an underrated masterpiece. I just went on his profile on Destructoid.
Oh, okay. All
He's
right.
like reading other articles, or is this like on his profile?
If you scroll like beneath some of the ads, it's got his face, and then if you click on it, you can see all his other stuff.
Anthony Birch.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what you got. Overwatch, the benefits of unsurprising characterization.
On April 27th, he wrote an article saying goodbye to Destructoid, and here he is, a month and a half later, still writing articles on Destructoid. I have no
It was
respect for this
just a
man.
joke.
Red Faction Guerrilla is the best open world game ever, and if you disagree, you are wrong. I disagree. But I'm not
Well,
wrong.
you're wrong then.
I'm not wrong, though.
Anthony Birch says you're wrong.
Can
The
we...
10 most meaningful video game quotes of all time. That's not a bad. That's a good title. It enticed me to click this thing.
Yeah. I agree with you, Side Quest. I agree with you. Must have been high. Yeah. All right, you know what? No, I refuse to look at this guy's profile page anymore. So, you know, I think like there's definitely something to be said for getting hyped for stuff, because if you live completely ignorant of the games that are coming out, and if you live in a circumstance where you don't get excited for anything, what is the point in living? On the other hand, also don't be an asshole. I think that's the takeaway here. Is don't be a dick. Don't threaten people, because that's awful, and you have absolutely no right to. No matter how upset you are that the game is getting delayed. Like,
I want to fly my spaceship.
yeah. So go play Fractured Space. It's out and it's great. Don't worry, not sponsored, but like seriously, it's a good game.
But you know what is sponsored? Nestle Splash flavored water. It's the water that'll be like your Beatles.
Hit us up with that collab, Nestle.
I didn't do that label out. That was bad product placement. I gave them the freaking barcode. You can scan it if you want to.
Yeah. Hold on. My Nalgene water bottle does everything I need it to.
It holds water satisfactorily. Is that a
Exact-
word?
satisfactorily.
Satisfactorily? That's what?
We got
It's
it. Don't worry.
Long syllabled word.
Yeah, it is.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my Centrum one-a-day men's vitamins.
Yeah.
Anthony has been tweeted.
Actually, yeah.
Did you
What'd
just
you
tweet
tweet?
Anthony? Okay, hold on.
I'm
What did you
solely
tweet?
about like, every single one of his opinions.
Wait, what?
I'm just
you tweeted
hoping
the
he-
dude?
Hold up. Hold
He
up.
replies, and we can go from there. Build our
Anthony
relationship, have a
Birch.
chat.
Anthony Birch. I'm looking this up. This is great. I'm excited. Anthony
Wait.
Birch.
Follow him,
There
actually.
he is.
Where did you tweet this guy?
I just told him to stop lying about his opinions on the Mario film. But I'm hoping he's like,
Stop
oh,
lying about the Mario film.
someone who disagrees. I'd like to have a reason to debate with this guy. I'm getting him up in Skype, and we have a time about it. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's see what comes of that.
Oh god,
the
I'm so
funniest thing that's
excited.
ever happened.
This is my favorite thing that we've ever done on the show.
Next week, Anthony Birch joins us on the Summit Podcast
Yeah.
to defend the Mario film.
I hope so. If he reaches
Mario
out, I
film.
will gladly have him on. Yeah, that's how you show him. Tweet at him. Yep, that's exactly how we show him.
Yep, that's how I show him.
I would like to ask him.
I'll
why
take it up to
he-
email if he doesn't respond.
Yeah, I mean, his email is there, isn't it?
No, he has a Tumblr link though.
Ooh, Tumblr. I don't know what Tumblr is. Like, my girlfriend has it. She says it's funny. I don't know.
You
what it
don't.
is. We should see what he's up to right now. See if he'll come on the podcast.
He's up to. Tweet number 2. CW rape. It's a hell of a header.
Yeah, why is he tweeting about that? What the heck?
Uh,
It says there's a picture of him making out with a cat, so he's into bestiality. Good to know, good to know.
This is maybe not the best time. He's tweeting about rape and someone who's crashed into a car. And I'm here like, hey, your opinions about the Mario film are wrong. Stop talking about rape for a second and talk about the real issues.
He's like, yeah, I got other things to talk to you about. The Mario film? Explain that.
yeah. Yeah, explain your opinions on why you're wrong about Mario, specifically of the film genre.
Dude, now I want to play Spore.
Right? It's like a fantastic game. This guy is fucking wrong about Spore. You should send him another tweet, Yeti, and just be like, oh, and also Spore is fantastic. You're very wrong about that. If you agree.
What
if
are the
you
odds
don't
someone
agree,
can
don't
like give me
worry
this
about
game for free?
Yeah, and also hashtag Spore is fantastic at Spore creators. I don't know who made it. I can't remember, but just see if you can get free copies for everybody. Make that work. Yeah, I don't know. By the way, we have nothing else to talk about this week. Like, we're just like, we could actually call it if you guys want, or we could continue to bash on Anthony Birch.
I really hope he reaches out. I do have. We're like redoing my basement right now. I don't know if you can hear like all the hammers and stuff that's been going on in the background. Hopefully, it's not picking it up.
No,
but we're like finally finishing my unfinished basement, and so I get to learn how to build a house today.
Have fun with that. Sorry, God of War 3? He says God of War 3 is too long and boring. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
You know what? He's too long and boring.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
his face is
Sick
too
of it.
long and boring. Maybe that's what's happening here. I feel bad because that's actually like a relatively
Stop
accurate
About the
description of this movie.
Mario film.
I really...
23 followers, you know.
God damn it.
That's a lot. Fucking Birch.
God. Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Letourneau follows him.
Wait, Northern
nerd.
follows him?
He does.
Northern Line, you're getting your opinions from the wrong source. This guy's a dill hole.
It's okay.
I'll tweet it online, it's
I'm
fine.
tagging him in a retweet of your tweet, Yeti. I just
Yeah.
tagged Northern Line in a retweet of your tweet saying to Anthony Birch, stop lying about the
Why
Warner
d-
Brothers film. So
You're like, at Northern Line, why do you like this?
no, I just said
Why do you
at
follow
Northern
this
Line
man?
LP. I didn't even no context, just giving him that. He'll have to do the searching himself if he wants to. But like straight up, like God. Like according to him, achievements may be harmful. I mean, okay, that one I actually kind of agree with him on, but probably for different reasons. He probably thinks that achievements may be harmful because anything that is successful is wrong, and anything that is like the Mario movie is underrated, and as a result isn't getting the recognition it deserves. So achievements, they don't give you the recognition that you deserve when you're underrated. But that's probably his reasoning. No, my reasoning is because achievements can kind of direct you in a way. By the way, I have no idea if that's his reasoning. Just jumping in there, don't actually...
His reasoning is that rewarding players for playing your game makes them appreciate the game less and play worse.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
Really? Really?
What does that even mean?
Anthony Birch, come on the podcast and seriously get your opinions in fucking order. What the hell is that shit?
We gonna slay you.
Like, what the hell is that shit? Why would you ever say that it makes players appreciate the game less? Like, are you talking about that it makes them appreciate the aesthetics less? Or, like, what's the deal? Also, I'm really glad that you also tweeted at Northern Line about Anthony Birch, because this makes me very happy, Yeti. I'm going to like and retweet that as well.
Yeah, he can come on the show as well if he wants. Seems like an alright guy.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to. I don't think he has the time, in all honesty.
I'm actually gonna unretweet the stop lying about the Mario film, and now I'm gonna retweet and quote, and then tag Northern Lion.
Yeah, do it.
And then say, explain this scum.
Yeah, there you go. That's good. Like, honestly, I don't fucking understand how you can say that achievements make someone appreciate the game less. Like, yes, it can direct you in a certain path, but achievements are just another method of doing questing. Like, if you're doing the game design with achievements in mind, if you do it well, you can make it be a very great benefit to your game. If you do it poorly, sure, it's going to be awful, but that's the same thing with anything with game design. You just have to consider it as another aspect of the game that you're designing. See, Anthony Birch, it's possible to have a reasonable explanation for achievements, you asshole.
I love achievement hunting.
Yeah, we know you're watching.
The only thing, like,
Anthony Birch of Destructoid, we know you're watching this show, so come on and defend yourself. Hold on, one moment. All right. The glove has been thrown, Anthony Birch.
It's about to go down.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, though, that mitten can go back in the closet now. All right. Yeah, it's true. Side quests, they're all kind of clickbait trash, anyways. But I don't know. It's fun to talk about Anthony Birch being an asshat for his opinions, because. Yeah, because we can. Yeah, I don't know. This is like, we need to get to the bottom of this. Why he is wrong about everything. Like, do you think that he just, like, purposefully writes articles based around, like, forming the complete wrong opinion?
Wrong opinions?
Yeah, and then, like, being like, this will get me clicks. This will start angry arguments. Like, I'm starting to think that maybe that's exactly what's happening, is he's just trying to get as many clicks as possible by putting the unpopular opinion up.
Anthony Birch. Dude, I hope all of our retweets... I don't even care about if this Anthony Birch dude reaches out. I just hope Northern Lion one day, in like I'm going to be watching a Binding of Isaac episode, and he's going to be like, so these 3 dudes tweeted at me that I was following this dude who likes the Mario movie, and I unfollowed that loser instantly.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like, that would make this all worth it.
I hope so. I hope Anthony Birch, like, watches Northern Lion and then is just like... just that. Nothing else. He doesn't need to say anything. Just his face. Just his face in complete sadness. That's right, Anthony Birch. We're doing something worse than people who are presenting death threats for video games. We're making Northern Lion unfollow you. We're working on it. Don't worry. I don't know. I think, like, I genuinely think he's just, like, writing articles to try and, like, have the unpopular opinion. But I don't know. Like, I'm back on his profile.
Oh.
I know I said I was going to stop reading his profile, but I'm back on it now. like, I just don't understand, like... Tonight's Podtoid is a Super Mario Bros. Movie commentary. Hold up. I'm linking this. I'm linking this one. It will also be my and Aaron's last Podtoid as host and other guy, respectively. But, like, seriously, I don't know where to find this, because he doesn't link it, because he's an asshole. But, wait, what? There's one titled How to Pay for Indie Games? Okay, hold on. We gotta find it. Are we just gonna spend the rest of the show, like, bashing Anthony Birch? Because if so, I'm 100% down for this. What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. This actually might be the Podtoid. Oh. No, it's like straight up. His link leads to a 404. So like, I don't understand this dude. Anyways,
This article just lies. You get to the bottom of like 3 paragraphs. This is the article continues below. Upgrade to skip the ads.
Yeah.
There's no more article below.
There's no article.
Oh, look at these ads. We promise there's more words beneath these.
Yeah, there's some words. Don't worry.
Lie.
The end.
That's how he's paying for the indie games.
What the fuck? How to pay for indie games. Put bullshit ads on your website. That's how you pay for indie games. Fuck. This guy. Honestly, I really hope that he tweets back at some point to you, Yeti. I want to be informed if he does. Let me know in our Skype call, because like seriously, it needs to happen. I don't understand how
Anthony Birch. I googled his name, and the third picture that comes up is him in a freaking bikini with makeup on. What am I looking at?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. You said you Googled his name. Let's see if we can recreate this. And
The third image.
you're not wrong. Just in case anyone
One
is
pint
wondering
to him.
what that is, it's not letting me post that link. That's fair. It doesn't want the world to see that link. That's fair. But you guys can replicate that for yourselves. Just type in Anthony Birch into Google, and it will be the third image, and you will see him with a stuffed...
Does he
looks
Does he have
little bit
pigeons
like
shoved
Jason.
in his bikini top?
It's paper. It's paper.
Or what is that?
Like,
Is that-
it's
oh,
toilet
it's
paper.
paper.
It's toilet paper. Yeah.
Ah.
It's supposed like it's like occasionally girls just supposedly stuff their bras. That's the same idea. This guy.
He's got
Honestly, I really hope he responds, because I just want I want him to explain himself. How can you like the Super Mario movie? Honestly.
What? He was a writer for Borderlands 2?
This just
That you saw.
this just reinforces my view that he's just putting up these articles as like, I'm just trying to get clicks. Like
ironically?
Yeah. Like I'm gonna actually like look at this article that says Super Mario, why the Super Mario movie is underrated.
He probably wrote like Claptrap or something.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, I was wrong. His first thing that he says is, "No, I'm not being ironic or corny or funny." It's his first sentence in that article, so I'm sorry, I was wrong. I have to admit when I'm wrong here.
He's actually a ding dong.
He's.
Oh my, what?
I don't. No. No. What the fuck is this? No, it's not. It's not clever. That's not. Okay, no, I've been reading it. I can't do it. I'm gonna. Ugh!
Dude, the freaking Super Mario film gets a 4 out of 10 on IMDb and a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
He loves it. Oh my god.
I'm so disappointed in humanity right now.
I need to watch this movie.
Have you not seen it?
I've never seen it.
Well, treat yourself. Anthony Birch says it's an underrated masterpiece, so it's got to be good, right? Fuck. Like, actually, though, I really hope this guy tweets back at us, or at least, like, Northern Lion unfollows him.
I'm telling you, that will make it all worth it.
Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. It's like, how can you watch that movie and be like, no, this is gold. This is comedy gold. What are you talking about? This is brilliant. How can it only have 15% on Rotten Tomatoes? This is genius. Like, how can you have that opinion? How is that even possible? I guess in the same way that if you expect people to 100% be assholes and always present death threats to companies, you kind of have to have a pretty shitty view of the world. Maybe that explains why he likes the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. We've spent legitimately 20 minutes ragging on Anthony Birch.
He deserves it.
We're gonna have to add a whole section next week to the show.
I haven't even changed the topic, by the way. The topic is still heavier
bands.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I should say, I'm going to change it now. Anthony Birch is a twat. All right. Just, I almost hope that, this episode does not get us any attention whatsoever. But at the same time, I really hope it does. I don't
PlaycrastiNation doesn't need to be getting in any wars.
No?
Yeah, but
you got the
actually, maybe we do. Wars are good for the economy.
I think the general population is
something which I don't think you guys realize
that the Super Mario movie was bad. So
no.
I personally want to know. I mean, you guys don't live in America, but I want to know Trump and Hillary Clinton's opinions on the Mario movie, because that could determine who I vote for in this upcoming election. What their opinions are of the Super Mario movie.
That is.
It's a question that doesn't get asked in the media.
It's a very important election.
You go ask them what their opinions are on Shakespeare as a writer, because what I didn't realize until this point is the plot is actually just a tweaked version of Hamlet.
Yep.
So there you go.
In the Mario movie?
The Mario, yeah.
Yep.
Just a tweaked version of Hamlet.
Yep.
How have I never seen
Shakespeare
this movie?
himself?
Yeah. Except it's
Shakespeare wrote the Mario movie, confirmed.
It's like the worst version of Hamlet that you can imagine. It's real bad. I'm a big fan of Hamlet in particular as far as Shakespeare goes, and actually it's super terrible how awful the Super Mario movie is. And if you were to say oh, this is just another representation of Hamlet, I'd want to strangle you. Sorry, Yeti. But
you done, son?
That was
it's
quoting
bad.
Oh man.
You got a good how many kilometers is it from Canada, from the west coast of Canada to where you are?
It's more than 100, I think.
I think that's
I'm
fair.
curious,
It's more
actually.
than 100 kilometers. I think you're probably right that it's more than 100. Isn't it 10,000?
It's at least 12. It's probably a butt ton.
I imagine so.
Mm,
I don't know. This is actually completely arbitrary, but I want to know. So
It's 7,000.
7,000? All right.
From Vancouver to the UK.
Okay.
It's 7,000 kilometers.
All right. So I mean, you have a 7,000 kilometer head start.
something.
I mean,
Okay.
By the time you get there, he's in China, man.
yeah. It's a long way to go, but you have to fly over Russia. Good luck. They'll shoot you down.
You're dead.
And I'll manage to go around.
Yeah. You should do the around the world in 80 days route in particular. I think that would be fun.
Bam bam boom.
Bom, bom, boom. Yeah, Mario and Luigi Mario is like one of my least favorite things from that movie. They give the last name. It's really bad. Like
I put a poll on Twitter
yeah.
of whether I should put my new Nuzlocke up today or not, and 2 votes yes seems like a landslide victory.
I hate.
One of them was me.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, you have a third vote now.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh no.
Everyone go vote on this.
It didn't update.
Oh, okay.
It didn't update.
Everyone here.
It won't update.
I'm linking this in chat. Go here and vote on his thing. If you haven't already. I'm sure you have, but by the way, I like how you really like weighted this in favor of the yes side.
One just sounds a little more exciting.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes versus nah, finish heart goal. Like
I still don't have any new votes. It's broken.
it's broken. All right. Well, everyone just
It takes a while for the internet to get that from Vancouver to here.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I'm too far away.
Oh
Also,
no, it's now very close. I
Yeah.
thought it was over.
Yeah. Also,
The
by the
selection
way,
is in a dead heat.
I love your new icon. That's just you just like edited out the glasses.
Yep, the class is gone. I remembered how to see.
Oh, really does do clickbait. What are you talking about, SideQuest? You talking about me, or are you talking about Anthony Birch? Are you talking about Josh? Because if you're talking about Josh, fair enough.
See, I don't use it on my YouTube videos because I think that's scummy, but my
Yeah.
polls on Twitter, that's what I do. That's when you put the clickbait in.
Oh my fucking god! One article title: Why comparing Metroid Prime to Citizen Kane is ludicrous. What?
I can think of a couple reasons.
Citizen Kane is a movie.
Featuring Metroid Prime.
Oh god. Have you seen Citizen Kane? Have either of you seen it?
No, I don't watch movies.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
loser.
Citizen Kane is a really
Is that the one of the dudes in jail?
Yeah. You
And he's like killing people from jail.
you should just watch it because it's good. It's really good.
Okay, I'll watch.
Yeah. I'm glad I convinced you. It took a lot. It took a lot of effort, but I'm really happy.
You got me.
Yeah. I'm really happy that
I mean, if it only takes
do
2
that.
votes for Twitter to convince me, then in person it's even.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I did like a bunch of Twitter polls like a while back for like Skyrim series and stuff like that. Sometimes it would be like 1 vote, sometimes it would be like 18, and I'm just like, what? Am I just like unaware of what you guys actually give a shit about to do with this, or like what's the deal?
Mine, like, if I can get like 5 votes, I feel like that's usually pretty good. I'm hoping with this like choose your starter episode, I can break new ground and like break double digits maybe, because it's like an important decision. 60-40, there's 5 votes. Oh my god!
I told you.
But I'm hoping I
told
can break
people-
new ground.
I told people to go vote.
Oh, I messed it up. I thought the movie we were talking about was Law Abiding Citizen, not Citizen Kane.
Very different movie. Yeah, I was like, I don't think he was killing people from jail. I think like the start
No,
of the movie.
I'm
is,
thinking
like,
of Law Abiding Citizen.
Okay, hold on. Just so that we're all on the same page, I'm gonna just tell you. Here, I'm gonna tell you what it is. All right. So, let's go to synopsis, huh?
Hey, this is a good. We were talking about them earlier. I just Googled Citizen Kane, the first news article that comes up, because this is clearly where America is, and this is very important to know about your presidential candidates. Donald Trump says Citizen Kane is his favorite film of all time.
Yeah. I mean,
Glad I know that about him.
in all fairness, that's not surprising. Because it's like legitimately it's just following the death of a publishing tycoon. So it's like it's literally talking about, like it's literally talking about someone who dies, and then everyone's just trying to figure out what the hell it was. There's like, what the hell it was he said, and like what it means. So like it's literally like, you know, when like in Scooby-Doo when they're like, you're all invited to this mansion because of your relative, and he's agreed to leave you X in the will. This is like, Citizen Kane is kind of what that's based off of. Side quest, I disagree with you that watching them are boring. Like it's a different kind of film, and you kind of have to be in that mindset. But like, to like recognize and appreciate that kind of quality of film already, and that style of film, like it's something you can do no matter what era it is. That kind of thing is timeless. That is one very specific episode of Scooby-Doo. Yes, that is correct. That is, yeah. Look, I remember every episode of Scooby-Doo. I don't see the issue here. Scooby-Doo was my childhood, and it will continue to be my adulthood as long as I can help it. Yeah. Devil Indemnity. Yep.
You got a cool thing next to your name, huh?
You support the Warcraft movie,
Oh.
Yeti hype.
I don't know if I go that far.
Oh, okay.
I support.
Apparently it's not bad. Like, apparently it's actually like not terrible.
I will watch it. I like Warcraft, but I don't know. It's weird. It's this whole thing of the human-looking orcs and the female orcs being just green women, and then the male orcs being orcs. Because it'd be weird if it was an actual orc with a guy doing the business. It's just a little bit weird.
I'm not going to disagree with you, but they had to make it believable that the human male would want to, you know, fornicate with the orc female for their film's purposes.
What?
They did it in
I think I missed something.
what's the blue, the one with all the blue people?
Avatar?
That's the one.
Yeah.
He did it that.
I fell asleep during that movie.
Avatar? I didn't
It's
like
a long
Avatar.
movie.
Which, yeah. I don't know.
That's a good point. It's Duncan Jones directing it, and he did Source Code, and that's like one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
You
Duncan
gotta
Jones-
be
So
able to
that's,
believe that orc.
A good leg to stand on.
Yeah. Exactly, side quest. No, like, the thing is, like, Duncan Jones, it's his passion project for him. So you got to believe that at least he's, like, wanting to make it good, right? Yeah, Space Smurf. That's exactly what we're talking about, side quest. That is Avatar. Yes, Space Smurfs. Am I going to change the topic on the vid? No. Because Anthony Birch is still a twat. Is that what it says? Did it?
It's not a topic. It's just
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
It's just to raise awareness. If
Yeah.
someone comes in the stream, they know.
Yeah.
You
Were
spread
you-
the message.
Sorry, Phasms, were you here for when we were talking about that, or did you just come in like part way and like kind of just discover that we were bashing on somebody for a while? We're gonna have to wait like 30 seconds for the delay. So in the meantime, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I
what
wanna go to
nope
the fair.
means. Nope doesn't help me because I asked a very complex question. She does this all the time. This is my girlfriend, by the way, so she is great at answering me. Isn't that right? I'm going to get in trouble now. I'm in a lot of trouble already. I've already said it, but she doesn't know it yet. 30 seconds from now, I'm in a lot of trouble. Anyways,
Too bad it's not like the radio where you can like hit the dump button and be like, didn't happen.
yeah, exactly. That would be nice.
Oh, yeah,
The
it comes.
dump button.
Yeah, you can dump audio.
The dump button. Yeah, so like when you're on the
Right,
radio,
that
there's
is-
like a 10-second delay that in case you like
royally
say
screw
something
up.
awful,
Yeah, okay,
you
fair
can like
enough.
press the button and it comes live, and then you lose that audio, so you don't curse on the radio and then die or like get fired.
I think it's more likely the second
It's
one.
just I've not heard that phrasing before.
Mm.
The dump button.
I work at a radio station. That's what we call it there.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't really.
dump.
I'm not a radio person. It's more TV for me.
I listen to the radio.
I like it though. The dump button.
Yeah. I listen to the radio.
It's also what you call the flusher on the toilet is called the dump button.
I don't think that's true. I think you're stretching on that. Yeah, that's fair. Side quest. It's a good thing to have. Honestly, I wish we had it sometimes on the podcast, but there would be large amounts of interruption because video. That's why you can't do it on TV either, because it would interrupt the video feed. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way to do it, but like you'd have to. Maybe not actually. No, sorry, I'm getting deep into thought about.
There's weird workarounds.
Yeah, you'd have to like be really fancy with your finagling, but yeah.
I'm always fancy with my finagling.
Sometimes if it's on something like it's like the X Factor or something like that, they sort of just cut to the audience a little bit, but it's a weird one. It depends on what's happening.
Yeah, well, that's what Monica was saying about like American Idol too. Like it's the same deal. Like you can do that kind of thing where you cut to the audience, or like, you know, you see the classic like comedy news
Shut
trope,
down the channel.
or like the classic comedy news trope where they're like, oh, we're jumping back to the studio now because we had an interruption out in the field or whatever, right? Like it's that whole thing. When someone just like went off, like some kid threw a snowball at the back of his head. And you little bastards! Beep. Back to the studio now. We come in with another news story. You still don't get rid of it, but yeah.
And then
like
the feed stays on the field, presenting like kick
I
a
like
kid in
the
the head.
phrasing of Janet Jackson tit reveal. I just like the phrasing on that.
I think it was a sub goal.
What are you?
Tit reveal. Yeah, at 1,000 subs, you guys get a tit reveal. So. Get excited. Free the nip.
Have you guys heard about like the 50 nugs challenge, right? Where you eat 50,
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
50 McDonald's chicken nuggets? Yeah. How would you
I do that twice a week at college. Why?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, people are talking about it like it's this big deal, and I'm just like, I don't want to admit that I've.
It's
like,
a big deal.
It's not though. Like, legitimately, like probably like 5 or 6 times, like a year when I was in college, I would have 60 because I just buy 3 20-piece.
Oh my
nuggets,
god,
and I'd just sit down.
that's
and
crazy.
and that would be
I
a
like.
meal.
I'll get like 40 maybe if I'm super hungry and it's like 3 a.m. 60s, cray.
It's tasty, man.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $5 for 10 nugs, at least in America,
It's not that cheap.
or $5 for 20. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely not that cheap here. It's like $8 for 10. So like it used to be a lot cheaper. So like I haven't done that in a really long time. But
yeah.
That's $1 per nug. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's not.
They're good nugs though.
They're pretty good.
What do you dip yours in? What's your nug dipping preference?
Can I say all of the above? Which obviously refers to the
Yes,
available
but I
sauces.
want a fave. I want a favesies too.
Oh man, I've always been a fan of spicy. So like the hot mustard, I'm a pretty big fan of that. But like sweet and sour is classic, man. I don't know, it's tough. And then barbecue is just good.
Do they let you get pure honey up there?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
That's what I use.
that's
Just
fair.
pure honey. It's freaking delicious. Honey and chicken is the best combination I've ever eaten.
There is down like you guys. Do you guys have Wendy's down there? I assume you have Wendy's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. All right.
we
They
got
have,
some
like,
Wendy's.
They have like a chipotle ranch sauce.
On that new like super spicy burger, or no, that's ghost pepper sauce.
Oh, they have that too. Yeah. But they have like a chipotle
You're
ranch,
making
which
me
is like
hungry.
spicy, but not too spicy. But it's also got like the ranch flavoring to it. And I'm like, if I go and pick up like a bunch of those sauces, like I'll go and I'll like buy like $2 worth of that sauce and then eat it with chicken nuggets from McDonald's.
Dip it's in some cumin.
He means cumin.
Wrong website.
Cumin is a
Talking
spice.
about-
Cumin is a spice.
Dude, that's
Not
the,
on Twitch
oh,
TV.
cumin.
You're banned for that.
Yeah, not on Twitch, that's for sure.
That's a special sauce.
Yeah.
That's not for me.
I was like, I don't know. Josh, you and I, we should have that be a sub goal for us though, doing the 50 nug.
I would do a nug thing. I
Yeah?
could eat some nugs.
We should.
I love nugs.
because we're like almost like we're at the same point basically in terms of like YouTube subs. So like,
Yeah.
if we get to like say 500 subs, you want to do 500 subs 50 nug challenge, and then when we do that,
I'd be down.
Yeti has to join us on it because he's here, and
I'd be down.
Yeah.
yeah, all right. So you guys heard it here first.
I'll do it today. We can record it today for when it happens.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
we honestly could just like record it now and then just be like, we did this already, so enjoy.
In like 7 years, when I hit 500, I won't have a beard then, and they'll be like, "Whoa, doesn't even look like you."
Yep.
Yeah, I recorded this 7 years ago.
Yep. Oh, 7 years.
YouTube won't even be a
If
thing.
it
now,
takes 7 years to get 500 subs, we should maybe consider doing something else with our lives.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh. My tummy. Should we plug our channels?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good time to do it. We said we were going to cut down the time on the podcast to an hour, and we actually ended up just shooting the shit for
Anthony
2
Birch,
hours.
or whatever his name is, had the Birch. Anthony Birch just jacked everything up.
God damn it, Anthony Birch. All right. Anyways, why don't we start with Yeti?
Hello. You can find me over at youtube.com and twitter.com/YetiHype, but also twitch.tv/YetiHype for some daily content ranging from Let's Plays at the moment of Gods Will Be Watching, Salt and Sanctuary, and a Skyrim modded series. I'm picking up on the discussion front, so later on this week I have a video talking about the 6 operators in Siege that Ubisoft said are the best for starting out with. I'm going to talk about that because I disagree. And I also have the next episode of my Elder Scrolls 6 location discussion video coming out this week covering Valemod, so go check those out later on in the week.
Okay.
I've heard that as well.
Introduce me while we're talking about semen. I'm Josh from PlaycrastiNation. You can check me out on YouTube at youtube.com/PlaycrastiNation or twitter.com/Playcrastinate or just at PlaycrastiNate, whatever you want. I do a lot. Well, I don't really do a lot on my channel anymore. Mainly just Isaac, Pokemon, and still trying to figure out how to record Dark Souls, but I don't have time, and I'm not good with capture cards. But according to this poll, which is now at 5 votes, which is pretty dope, it's looking like 60-40. I'm going to upload choose my starter of my new Pokemon Nuzlocke today, so that'll be a new series I'm starting. So I'll need all your support and votes, and check. I'll probably leave it up for like a week of voting so that you can decide. Good stuff.
Awesome.
That's me.
All right. So I am Winter Bear. You can find me at YouTube and twitch.tv/WinterBearGames. I'm on Twitter at WinterBear2015. And yeah, that's basically, I do like a lot of discussion. What is happening in the background there?
Someone is getting some cumin, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Can you hear that? Right,
Anyways, I do a lot of discussion videos and perspective videos and stuff like that, and top 5s, and then I do a little bit of gameplay on Slime Rancher and Skyrim right now as the series is running. The Skyrim series will be rotated out once it's done with another RPG of some kind. Haven't decided on what that is yet, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. Yeah, anyways, you can always catch the Summit Podcast every week on Twitch at twitch.tv/Summit Podcast. Yeah, it's at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or wherever that is, whenever that is, wherever you are. And yeah, we were talking about cutting it down to an hour, and then we got on the topic of Anthony Birch being a twat, and we talked for an extra hour. So we're going to be trying to cut it down to an hour in the future, though if Anthony Birch keeps coming up, that may be difficult. So yeah, for now, thank you very much for watching this episode of the Summit Podcast, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.